PM UK time. Don't forget that all future hack attacks are on Chess.com/TV. They're on the schedule there. And if you follow me on Twitter at @Rendle, then it will always be very clear when the next hack attack is going to be. Okay, and fantastic. We have Danny live and ready to go. So I'm going to say good luck, have fun to my opponent, and gonna just play some chess. Yeah. So we're gonna finish off, which I'm gonna say. I don't know how many games we're gonna play. Let's just see how it goes. Probably best of 3, best of 5. Playing 3 minutes plus 2 seconds a move, and I'm gonna see how 2b3 works against the Sicilian. Well, just gonna get ready to go castles and for a quick f4. Can I play bishop here? b5. Bishop d5, takes knight d4. Okay, not really. Let's just take this off and get ready for f4. Let's be nice and aggressive here. Maybe go knight c3 and into d5 as well. This looks like it could be a fun game. Because, yeah, obviously my opponent has the 2 bishops, but one disadvantage of the way he's played this opening is that d5 square is a little bit weak. He just takes on f4. Okay. Well, so bishop takes g7. He wants to go rook g8 and counter-attack. I'm not interested in allowing any of that kind of nonsense. I'm just going to play knight takes. Maybe put the queen on h5 in a minute. But my opponent preempts this possibility by playing queen g5 himself. Well. I could go queen f3 here, but is there anything better? Knight d5. Looks like fun. Let's just play knight d5. Because I have ideas if he plays bishop e5 of going rook f5. That looks very dangerous. So all in all, I'm quite happy with how this opening has started off. I would like to throw some more wood on the fire at some point. But let us just see how this goes for the moment. Queen h4. Did I underestimate that move? Maybe. g3, queen takes e4, rook g5. Then bishop to e5 or something. Crazy position already. Can I go knight f6 check? Probably not just yet. Oh, feels like I've got very, very close to a very strong attack here. Bishop f6 or knight f6 or... We're going to go queen f3 and simply gambit this pawn on h2. I don't know if this is a decision that we're going to live to regret, but who knows. Just looking for some powerful counterplay against this king. I'm kind of expecting queen takes h2, king f2, maybe knight d4, just to forcibly try and exchange off the bishop. I'm even wondering if I can gambit the exchange here. But it's interesting he takes off with the bishop, maybe looking to play bishop g3 here. But he has to be very careful, because if he's not, then I have rook h5 in some positions. Which could potentially be fun. I don't know about good, but fun. I still think knight d4 is a good move. And it would be the main one that I would consider if I was Danny. If he plays knight d4, I probably have to take it. Yeah, I don't see I have a lot of choice about it. But then I have rook h5, queen g3, knight e7 check, king h8, rook takes h7, king takes h7, queen h5 mate. Well, we may go back and take a look at that in a second. But am I not winning a piece here? Or something? Or knight f6? Does knight f6 win here? Or do I have a clue what is going on in this position? Not really. Does queen f6 win here? No, okay, queen f6 is just a ridiculous move. Let us play this knight check. And then queen takes. So then I have a threat of queen h8 mate, but also of rook g5 winning material. And it's the winning of material which is going to be the main thing. Oh, whoops. I didn't see that check. How does he have this check? This isn't fair. Okay, well, we're going to play this and panic our way through. How much material am I down? A piece. Okay. Oops. That went a bit wrong. I kind of got distracted here. Just going to say 1 sec to my opponent. What I was looking at for a second was this line, knight d4, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook h5, queen g3, and then there's this cute tactic, knight e7 check, king h8, rook takes, king takes, queen h5. This is kind of a little tricky line, a very useful pattern to know. But then after d6, I don't know, maybe it was just a very strong move. d6 was good. Okay, well, we're going to go into a rematch. So yeah, congratulations to Danny there. Pulled off a nice win just as I was getting excited. Gonna see if I can make a comeback in this second game. Okay, gonna go back to playing a proper Dutch here. Because, so we have another Staunton Gambit. Danny, as usual, playing some kind of ridiculous system. But, not so worried about that. Let him demonstrate what it is that he knows about this line. Gonna try and stay ahead on the clock. It's kind of tricky. It's a much slower time control than we've had before. 3 minutes plus 2 seconds a move. Can I play e5 here? Feels like a good move. Maybe bishop b5, check bishop d7. Feels like I'm going to come out of this opening doing okay. Okay, probably comes to the same thing if he plays bishop b5 here. Let's see if I can come up with a good move. Maybe knight d6. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If I can keep a pawn up, that would be nice. But maybe he can take on f6. And then... Sorry, if I take on b5, then I'm just going to get into trouble. So I have to take this way. And now... Knight takes c4, I have bishop takes b5. Oh, sorry, knight takes e4, I have knight takes b5. Bishop takes d7, I go queen takes d7. I think I'm just fine here. I think I should be a pawn up. Which means that I think we're building up to an exciting third game. Unless I'm overlooking something here. And I really hope that I'm not. But I must just be winning a piece here. I mean, I could be hallucinating. We've been going for a couple of hours now, and yeah, Danny says stupid me, so hopefully that's 1-1. He's going to carry on fighting, but I'd be annoyed if I let him make a comeback here. Right, how do we play sensible chess? God, it's been such a long time. How do we play moves again, guys? How do we play moves? I used to know some moves once. But then I forgot them all. Oh, that's a nice little trick. Well, Let me just... There must be something simple I can do here. Just get castled. I'm a whole piece up for nothing in a game where we have 3 minutes plus 2 seconds to move. How difficult can it be to just play some moves and finish this game off? Okay, we're going to give him the b5 pawn in the interests of being able to castle. We don't need the pawn to win the game. We can mate him over on the queen side. Okay, Danny is trying to go for crazy counterplay. It's absolutely the right thing to do, but I'm hoping to meet g5 with f5 here. But I still think he should probably go g5, f5, h5 at some point. But he has to watch out for e4. I just want to flick my pieces over to the queen side and deliver mate. Anything else is too complicated. So again, let's just put the queen on an aggressive square, meet b3 with queen a3. Threatening to go rook a8 here. Also ideas of e4 and bishop back to e5. Let us see. You can hear perhaps that for once I'm starting to flag a little bit, but not actually in the sense of trying to flag my opponent. But yeah, terrible joke there. E4, queen c2, he holds on for a little bit longer. But let us just continue to point pieces at his king onto the impression that something's going to win at some stage. I think bishop takes c4 is my main threat here. Feel like this should win. Bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, queen takes a2. Yeah, that's mate. Simple as that. He's got knight takes f5 here, but it's check. Oh, I don't believe it's check. Oh, dearie dear. How can it be check? Dearie me. As I would tell my students, always look for checks and captures. Apparently I forgot to do that. It's weird to in one sense be completely paranoid of making a blunder, and on the other sense just like forgetting basics like that. But are we still gonna win this game? I don't know. It is less clear than it was. Like, we're in danger of running into perpetual checks, and even worse than that, to be honest. Queen takes d4. Bishop e5, rook takes... How does this all work? Honestly, right now, I don't even know. I think maybe this wins. The idea is rook takes d3, I meet with rook c8. g7, bishop takes g7. Think this is holding on. But my word, I made this hard. My word. But finally, I think this is okay. I think Danny's going to... No, he finds a move. He drags the bishop away first. The game continues for that bit longer. What about rook a4 here? Is that a cool way to finish the game? Making sure that it's not check. So, pawn takes d3, and queen takes queen c1 as mate. Queen goes back to d2. Where's the finish now, guys? Just rook across to g4, right? Should be good enough. Eventually. Probably rook e1 or something. This game is still going here.
Queen c5? Or...
John helpfully attempting to shout out a suggestion which I'd considered and thought not very good.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, I missed mate in one for a move, but only for one move. Only missed the mate in one the once, guys. Oh dear. Well, I have a feeling that it's a good thing that this is about to be the last game of the night. So, let us go into this final game with enthusiasm and full of hope that we can pull off an unlikely victory against the mighty Daniel Rensch. What is Danny going to play? It's going to be another Sicilian, but no 2b3 this time. We're going to reveal our real mainline openings-ish. I mean, obviously we can't play pawn to d4. That's a ridiculous idea. Let's give this check on b5 and blitz out some moves. Again, pretend like we know some theory. All of this kind of stuff looks vaguely familiar. Takes. Is he going to play a quick d5? Ooh, he doesn't play a quick d5. Interesting. But feels like I'm going to get ready to play d5 in a second. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm never convinced by this move. I want to try and play this positionally now. Bishop g5 takes, bishop takes f6. Bishop g5. Or I can play takes, bishop g5. You know what, guys? I don't care. We're just going to attempt to win this. It might be really boring, but I'm going to attempt to play a good knight versus bad bishop ending. I want to give up this bishop for the knight, put this knight on d5, and win in ultra standard fashion, if there is such a thing, which I think there is. Pretty sure there is. The question is, do I swap the queens off first? Nah, we've got to have a little bit of fun. We're going to keep the queens on the board here, guys. Maybe go queen b3 and rook d1. Interesting that my opponent chooses to change up the pawn structure very quickly. This may well turn out to be a good decision, I don't know. Go rook c1, expecting rook c8 here. Wondering if I can manage to get e5 in at a later moment. Okay, yeah, rook c8 is what my opponent played. Now, how do we go about playing this game? I think I can double rooks on the c file, based on a little trick. That if he plays rook takes c4, queen takes c4, rook c8, I have queen takes c8, knight e7 check. And this should allow me to double rooks. No, come on! Oh, that's... I'm going to go to c2. Sorry, I am distraught. Gonna play knight f6 check and pick up the queen and then resign. Was kind of expecting to play rook c2. Okay, we'll go with one more because we can't finish on that. Yeah, I was going for this trick where he can't play rook c8. Because of queen takes c8 and knight e7 check. That is... That's what happens when you try and play positional chess, I guess. Okay, we're going to play a classical Dutch. None of this Staunton Gambit stuff. Okay, Danny's trying to stop me. Okay, well, we'll play this opening. Sure, we can do that. I don't know how any of these moves work, but this is supposed to be quite good for black. I think. But we're just going to play moves and attempt to not leave a rook on pre. You know, or pieces that are larger than rooks. But I have to say I'm quite pleased with how this opening has gone. Can I play knight c6? You know, I can't calculate anymore. We're playing knight c6. He wants to go rook b1. Queen takes a3. And he wants to then play something like bishop d4. We're just going to blitz some moves out and see what happens. He's probably going to play knight b5 here. But then I can go queen a5 check. Bishop c3 and queen back to d8. I think this is okay. So I'm gonna pull myself together here because it's fine to make a blunder, but might as well go for revenge. So we can play knight d6 here, and I can take this off. 3, 7, 4, 6. Pawn up, but 2 pawns on pre here. Okay, we're just going to consolidate that into a lead in development. And then we're going to go get him, guys. We are going to go get him. He is going to be got. Yeah, if you can hear this, Danny, coming to get you. Anyone have any ideas how? Okay, well, looks like it's just me. We're going to go e5. We're gonna use this as our linchpin for something. ... Keeping on going. Can I make e4 work here? Maybe. But maybe not. What about d4? Takes. Lots of things happen. I give a little check. Doesn't look convincing. Heck, let's just play e4. And maybe there's a good move or two floating around. I don't think e4 is a good move. As usual, I'm very decisive here. Okay, I missed that move. Feels like this is approaching the end. Well, there goes a piece. But maybe we can salvage something here. Danny's saying it's not my day. I'm just saying it was going fine earlier. Where's the cheapo that allows us to get back in? Knight c4, castles, knight b2, queen a1. That's not it. Okay, we're just going to go here and then back to e5. We are going to attempt to lick our wounds and then make the comeback. Maybe in a few moves' time. But also being down on the clock, it feels like it's going to be tricky. But again, we will not give up just yet. So if I was him, I would just castle. But maybe he's considering something ridiculous. Queen takes d5 would be horrendous. Rook b1 and I would suddenly win the game. But I don't think there's any chance of my opponent falling for that. Bishop c6, is that taking any kind of risk? Probably not. Well, we'll just carry on like this. We're not getting anywhere here, guys. He's going to take on d5. If queen takes d6, there's even. Bishop takes f7. Feels like we're running out of tricks. Maybe if I get this d pawn, I can push the a pawn for victory. But looks like my opponent has his own pawn that he's looking to push. Probably he's going to go bishop back to c4 and exchange queens off. That looks like the practical move to me. Yeah, and he does. Take this off. Simply a piece up. It's a very, very trivial ending to win now. But still going to make Danny play it out just for a little bit longer. Give him a little chance to take on a7 and, you know, get mated on the back rank. Any kind of tricks that we can manage here. I think we're going to call this a day. After he does that. And yeah. Feels like time to stop.